What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video, man. Now look, DLC 4 finally came out for the Xbox Series X and S and the Xbox One. I know it's been like weeks and weeks, man. Bandai really folded when it came to that, but look, we finally got it. It's finally here. So anybody playing on Xbox, man, I'm happy for you. I know I personally waited to play the DLC until it came out, which is why y'all are getting this review so late. So if y'all even care anymore at this point, I really appreciate you for watching this, man. I guess this is just be for people who really rock with me, because y'all probably already, checked it out, because it's been out for weeks. It just wasn't out on Xbox, and I'm an Xbox preferable player, right? So I was just waiting to play it, so I hadn't played it yet. So with that being said, man, let me get into this review now that I finally had the experience for myself. You feel me? Now the first thing I want to talk about is Planet Vegeta in the side missions on Planet Vegeta. You feel me? Now honestly, like I thought it was really dope. I feel like it really showed a side to more of the Saiyans in general that we had not really seen. We only really seen the lives of Goku and Vegeta and how they interacted with, the world around them, right? And I thought it was cool to, just see like the other Saiyans and like how they just live their life. You know what I mean? Like Fasha, like honestly, like she just wanted to find love. You feel me? If you played that side mission, you know what I'm talking about. The boys was fishing. They was like having a competition with the fish and whatnot. I thought that was cool. Toro, basically Bardock's best friend. Basically, he was like, what was that side mission about? Like he was about to get jumped, right? And Bardock jumped in, and it was basically just Toro. Like what is the word I'm looking for? Like painting the picture that like Bardock is like kind of like I'm not gonna say he's a good person, bro. Like if you going around and playing just murking people, like you're not really a good person, but that like he cares about the people close to him. You see what I'm saying? And so it was cool to like get that perspective on like the other Saiyans. You know what I mean? That was really cool. Feel me? And also on Planet Vegeta, it was cool to like see the planet, walk around, look at all the houses and stuff like that. You feel me? It was just dope. You feel me? So that part of the game was that was pretty cool. You feel me? Now, next I want to talk about Kid Vegeta, because I also thought that was really cool, getting to play as Kid. When have we ever got to play as Kid Vegeta, you know what I mean? I think this is the first game that really did it. Maybe one of the Tenkaichi games did it, because I know they had, like, every person in the world in them games, but that's the first time I can remember a game playing as Kid Vegeta. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, man. I could be wrong, very well could be wrong, but this is the first time I remember getting to play as Kid Vegeta, and it was pretty cool. I think this is the first time we really got answers to what he was doing when the planet got destroyed too. You know what I mean? Him and Nappa. Now I am curious where Raditz was at, because I always thought Raditz was a part of Vegeta and Nappa's story up until he got killed by Piccolo. So I'm really curious where he was at during this time, because he wasn't with Vegeta. He wasn't with Vegeta and Raditz. I mean Vegeta and Nappa. My fault. Raditz wasn't with Vegeta and Nappa. So I wonder where he was at during this, because like it didn't show him at all. It didn't even mention my boy. You feel me? Which I thought was weird, because he's Bardock's kid and he was also with, like, we know he was alive. You see what I'm saying? Like we know he was alive. So like where was he at? I guess they just met up with him later and stuff like that. But yeah, that was cool. Get to seeing where Vegeta was at that point in time and why he wasn't on the planet. And just getting to see more about Vegeta's childhood. It was pretty cool. I wish we would have got to see an interaction between him and King Vegeta, and also like a little, I wish we could have seen a little bit of Beerus, because in the Battle of Gods movie, it shows that little flashback of Vegeta sees him and his father. I thought that would have been cool to see, but it's the story of Bardock, not King Vegeta. So with that being said, man, I also want to talk about the new visuals, because we know that the next gen update is out, right? But I had already played it previously, and I feel like they sort of how do I say this? I feel like they sort of improved upon it even more. Does that make sense? Which is a good thing. But I don't know, it just feels like it feels like it looks better and runs even smoother than it did before the DLC was out, and I had played the new next gen update. Do you see what I'm saying? So I thought that was cool. I was like, dang, like this feels a lot better and looks a lot better than it did before. And honestly, like if you compare this game on the Series X consoles to the Xbox One, even like the PS4 and the PS5, like bro, like I'm not gonna say it's two different games, but like, bro, like it's a drastic difference, bro. Like the 60 FPS and the smoothness like makes this game feel so much better that like it almost feels like a different game. Like it doesn't, but at the same time, like it does. Like, do you know what I mean? Like I swear to God, I'm not making this up, bro. Now I want to talk about I know I haven't talked about like the actual story yet, but I want to talk about the end game before I get into the story. So after you beat the story and all, you can't even play Kid Vegeta's story until you beat the story, right? So after you beat the story, I want to talk about the end game. So like there's like these challenges you can do, right? you know, level up and stuff like that. You know, you can get to like level 150 and fight 100 level 50 Frieza, which is that, you know what I'm saying, that's dope. You know, it gives you something to do after you beat the story. It's not like, oh, one and done, you know what I mean? So that's pretty cool. Now let's talk about the story, right? So it's the story of Bardock. We all know it from beginning to end, right? Now I like that. I do like that. It's a little bittersweet, but I like that Bardock's story has a beginning, middle, and end. It's just, his story is basically just like a prologue to the beginning of Goku's story. So when you're playing through the story, right, fighting with your friends and whatnot, all the other Saiyans, you know, get to the point where Dabara kills him, and you know, you get the headband, which that's really an impactful moment. That's really like when the story like kind of gets serious, you know what I mean? And then you go back, you talk to Saiyans, that they're not taking you seriously. You go up into the sky and you fight Frieza, right? And then you get off. Now there's a scene that they added that's not in the Bardock special, kind of like just putting some respect on Bardock's name. I'll put it up here on the screen for y'all. See what I'm talking about, bro? Like, I thought that was pretty dope. They kind of did that with Future Gohan in the in Trunks story, kind of just putting respect on their name, right? I thought that was pretty cool. That was pretty dope. So all in all, like, I would give this DLC, what would I give it? I don't know if I like it more than the Trunks DLC, if I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. I like Bardock's character a little better, which kind of makes me a little more biased in his favor. So like, I give the DLC like I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10, man. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 because I think it was done really well. You know, CCC2. I don't know if that's how you even say the company's name, something like that. CC2, something like that. Anyway, they did their thing on the cutscenes and whatnot. The ending, chef's kiss. You feel what I'm saying? So really beautiful, really well done DLC. So I give it a 9 out of 10, man. And that's really all they did. I do kind of wish they would have added Super Saiyan Bardock, but I get it. It was fan servicey, and after playing through it, at first I was a little bummed when I found out, but after playing through it, I'm like, you know what? His character had a beginning, middle, and end, and it's bittersweet, and you know that's really all we could ask for, right? You feel me? So with that being said, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 again, y'all. I'm sorry for repeating myself, but that's all there is to it, really. I would recommend buying it if you haven't, you know, already. I think it's great. I think it's good content. And that's it, man. That's really it. That's all I got to say about it, man. It's wonderful. So with that being said, I'm going to get up out of here. Thank y'all so much for clicking on the video, man. And I'm out, y'all. Peace.
What the? Farewell, foolish Saiyan. What? Hey! All of you, get out of here! Magnificent! Oh my, look at the display! Saban, Dodoria, are you seeing this